It is finally here. Today, ZWIFT has released the long-awaited Great Expansion, which features 11 new routes, new climb, and a brand new way to test your FTP. Is it any good? Let's find out. What's up, YouTube? A few weeks back, I released a video called "Why Should You Never Do Ramp Test Again?" And the reason for that video was because ramp test can get very inaccurate if you are a specific phenotype of a rider. In said video, I claimed that to do proper FTP testing, you should do a series of efforts that are going to model your power duration curve and will estimate not only your FTP, but also your short-term and sprinting abilities. However, today ZWIFT released the grade, the new climb, and a new way to estimate your FTP. They claim it is the easiest way to do the hardest thing on ZWIFT, which honestly, fantastic marketing, because everyone I know hates FTP testing, me included. Especially when I was a runner, I hated FTP testing. I always got testing anxiety, and the prospect of suffering alone for so long was horrible. But this great climb isn't that long. It's about 3.5 kilometers. 300 vertical meters, and ZWIFT claims that they can use a large amount of data and some fancy computer modeling to accurately estimate your FTP. That said, it's still going to be estimate. It's not going to be anything precise, but that doesn't mean that it can be good estimate. And I am eager to try it. I should put a little bit of a disclaimer. I'm nowhere near fresh. I'm in the middle of my training for my Everesting attempt that I'm going to do in 2 weeks. So, if anything, my FTP is probably going to be a little underestimated from this attempt. But I still didn't want to miss the opportunity to do this on the launch day. By the way, if you don't still have access to the new routes and to the new patch, just give it a day or two. It's a phased rollout, so until about Thursday, everyone should have it. The way the FTP test works is basically you are just going to ride the new climb, the grade, up as hard as possible, and when you arrive, you are going to receive your FTP estimate. Now, there's a route that's called Oh Hill No, and that starts right at the bottom of the climb. I don't recommend doing that without warm-up, because you would need to go into climbing mode straight away. So what I'm doing now is the elevation evaluation route, which starts a little bit further, so you can warm up at least a little bit. As you can see on the minimap on the right, there's the roundabout, and right behind that roundabout, the climb and the FTP test start. I'm going to try to hold pretty fixed power around 275 watts. I think that that's something I should be able to hold for the duration of this climb in fresh state. I might blow up because I'm not fresh, as I mentioned, but so maybe I will start a little bit easier and then pick up the pace if I feel like that. Hopefully there will be a lot of riders already doing that, because I don't want to do this alone. But you know, ZWIFT claims it is the easiest way to do the hardest thing on ZWIFT, and I'm going to trust them on this one. So I'm going to see you at the bottom of the climb. There is no instruction that you should do it seated or that you shouldn't go out of the saddle. So I'm going to go out of the saddle if I feel it's necessary. But it's possible it is the wrong way to do. And if that's the case, I might redo it in the future. But that's how I'm going to roll today. There are not very many riders on the climb. So it looks like not that many riders already have access. And that scares me a little bit. But let's do it! The grade for the first time. Let's go. So, my first thoughts. I love the Great Climb. It's very diverse. It's mentally stimulating because all the switchbacks, and it's maybe because it's just new, but I really like the climb. As for the FTP test, it's not easy. No test where you will be doing maximal effort is ever going to be easy. But I have to give credit to ZWIFT and their slogan that it is the easiest way to do the hardest thing on ZWIFT. And I would say that is true because the progress bar fills very quickly. It can drive you forward, and you don't have too much time to focus on your misery. You just go until there's finish. And I think especially when the expansion is released to everyone and the grade will be, I assume, full of riders doing the test or just riding, I think it will be even easier. As for the result, it actually gave me a number that I sort of would have given myself, judging by the effort I put. It told me my FTP was 250 watts. My last measured FTP with multiple duration testing was 257. And since I'm deep into hard training, lots of climbing, tired legs, I think 250 is about where I would rate this effort as well. So it is still an estimation, but chances are it is actually a pretty good estimation. And obviously it can be the scenario where even a broken clock is right 2 times a day, but it might as well be good. And I will definitely do the grade testing in the future again, so I will be able to confirm my results. But at least for progression tracking, where it doesn't really matter whether your estimated FTP is dead on or right or wrong, I think it will be pretty good. You know, you can really test yourself against your past attempts and see if you improved or you got worse. And for that, I think this climb will be incredible. So that was my first thoughts of the new grade climb and the new FTP test. And I'll be looking forward to see you in one of the next videos. Ciao.